Hey guys, it's Rachel from freescrapbookingideasandvideos.com, and I'm here to encourage you and myself. I was thinking sometime today, I think about this a lot, but something you may not have thought about is when you are doing scrapbook projects, pages, cards, whatever you're doing, and you're looking at the pictures and you see all these little details, all the millions of things that make up your life. And I tend to start thinking, oh, I should do a whole page or a whole project about the journey we've been on with our diet and our food and our health. And when I'm looking at a photo like this, there's certain things in this photo that cue that in my mind. Or I'm looking at this photo and I'm thinking, oh, I should do a whole project or a whole page about date night and where we go on date night and what we do and all that stuff. Or I'm looking at this and I think, oh, we used to watch that growing up, and it brings back lots of memories of that type of thing. And I think, oh, I need to do a page about that. Or same with this one, it's sort of like the health, diet, journey kind of thing. And I think, get these grandiose plans, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And sometimes I get those bigger projects done, but there's lots of times I don't, because there's just only so much time. And I know I harp on that a lot, but I just never cease to be amazed by how fast time goes. So I was really encouraged though, and I remind myself about this a lot. These are from the 12th anniversary trip that we took for this album, and I have lots of videos on my channel about that. But as I'm going through journaling, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? If I never tell a whole story, a whole project, a whole page about the fact that growing up we used to watch I Love Lucy all the time, I've got that little snippet, that little tidbit in this album. So I just turn over this little card that I made for this album, and I can write that memory right here. I don't have to create a whole project about it. If I do, that's really cool. And I do that with a lot of my pages, you know, an actual more tightly themed layout. Although a lot of these aren't really that tightly themed. There's a lot of that kind of journaling on there too. Then and now, lots of snippets of memories, but they're a little more themed. They have a title and everything, whereas this memory will just be tucked away in the 12th anniversary album here. But that's, to me, as I see my life, that's how my life is. Everything's interconnected and interwoven, and all the memories touch each other on all different levels. So it's kind of cool that way. So that's, I'm going to give you just some like six specific kind of memories that I saw going through my album, and maybe it'll spark some ideas of ways you can journal and be encouraged that you are telling a lot of your stories, even if they're not tightly themed 12 by 12 pages or mini books. So this is one of them. We were in a bookstore and I came across this book about Lucy and Desi, and it made me think of I Love Lucy, and it made me think of how much we watched that growing up and everything. So that's one of them. I can just put that little memory right on the back here, and it's tucked away in this anniversary album. Same one with this date night. You can write all about the fact that we sit at Panera and play checkers and stuff like that. So that's a nice memory on there. Whether I never get it on a page or not, I'll have it here. Let's see, this one, same thing. Have different health issues, have to take a lot of my food places. My husband makes fun of me. That's a fun memory. It's a big joke all the time. Every time we go somewhere and I drag my little food with me, he laughs at me. So that's a great memory to, because it also went along with this specific trip we did that. But it's also something I would like to put on a larger page, but if I never get it done, it'll be in here. This one, I was on this trip having to send out an email for drop manager for a natural foods co-op that I'm in. So once again, not a big deal, except that someday down the road that may become a distant memory, and here I've got it tucked in here that I did that was something that was part of my life at that time, and I may never get it on a 12 by 12 page, but it'll be in here. So I thought that was cool. This one, everywhere we go, I like to visit all kinds of organic grocery stores, natural food stuff. Same thing, my husband laughs at me everywhere we go, but that's a fun memory, and it reminded me of that. It's in this album. This one, part of the health thing, had to wear my glasses because I had an eye infection, and all these kind of sound silly maybe, just depending on your style of scrapbooking, But those are all the things that I like to record, is all those real life things. It's sort of project lifey, but without having to necessarily have it themed or whatever. So maybe you do mini albums like this one, like I did with this box, or maybe it's on a 12 by 12 and you've got like a themed page, but you find yourself thinking about, when I look at those photos, it's more than just that one memory. There's a million memories tied in. Like this page, it's photos of, I talked about the photos, but then I ended up talking about the fact that I tend to grab, in certain parts of my life, I tend to grab certain clothes that make them a uniform. And I was laughing at myself because in that era of my life, what I had on in that picture was my uniform. I wore that all the time. So even though originally I started talking about the event that those photos were from, I started talking about the uniform thing as well. So there you go. You can put lots of different memories onto one page. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to make a tightly themed page with a tightly themed title for each memory that you want to do or want to record. You can interweave them, intersperse them, because that's really how life all is. So just a little bit of encouragement. Maybe you hadn't thought about your journaling that way. Maybe you get overwhelmed like I do with all the things you want to do, all the projects. Just be encouraged that you are recording lots of memories, and you can record lots of memories by just doing a lot of journaling on your pages. Even if it's a little random and it doesn't completely tie in with the theme, life doesn't have tight themes a lot of times. It's all interconnected. So anyways, just a little encouragement. Hopefully that helps you along as much as it's helped me as I've thought about it. Okay, thanks a lot.